Well, here we go again. Thursday morning, Cornishman Day. It's a good outdoor day, I don't think, to you. I mean, it's warm, but talking to somebody yesterday, they planted broccoli, but gonna have a struggle today, I think, with all the mud and all everything else like that. So that's the broccoli getting ready for come the winter. What some people call cauliflower, but we down here call them broccoli anyhow. Anyhow, I hope everybody's all right, staying safe and staying well. That's all I can say. Keep smiling. Now, yesterday's was birthdays was Monica Collier yesterday was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to her. And John Owen, a great dear friend of mine, was his birthday yesterday. I don't know how old he was. Whether he got his 25p pension now, I don't know. But anyway, happy birthday today too there. Now, another dear friend of mine is out in Australia. David Stagg. It's his birthday today. So, of course, they've nearly finished celebrating out there. It's 9 o'clock at night, suppose. But I hope you've had a lovely day today, David. Now, Rob Lello is tomorrow, and Paul Wilton, another great friend of mine, is his birthday tomorrow. So I just wish everybody a happy birthday. And they say this is going to clear up by tomorrow, and then we're going to have a nice few days. So that'll be our bit of summer because children are on holiday now. So just take care. Now I'm going to do a David Prowsel story here today. I think a bit change. I haven't done David for a day or two, so this one's called A Touch of Class. Oh, said Jan, I shan't be going to the Royal Cornwall show. I had a slight embarrassment there, many years ago. See, I met this here widow woman, and for reasons vague to me, she rolled her eyes all sexy like and asked me round for tea. She had a drop of royal blood back somewhere down the line, and a snooty way of talking, and her name was Blanche Devine. Her clothes was fine and fancy, from her high heels to her top, and she had more fur and feathers than a taxidermist's shop. Well, we had this here tea at her place, and volleybonts and trad. You wouldn't think, and you couldn't drink out of your saucer for the mess you might have made. She said, "Oh, you're very agricultural," and she showed me to the door. "You shall take me to the show," she said. "I've never been before." So the chauffeur came next morning in his oversized saloon. He had more space between the seats than mother's living room, and she had this here plumage like a rooster on the caw, and a thing around her shoulders held together with a claw. Well, off we went to Weybridge, and we walked around a while. I was on my best behaviour with a gentlemanly smile. I walked in all the puddles just to leave her in the dry, and every time she spoke I'd say, "How splendid," in reply. So grand was my performance, and so impressed was she, I had visions of a knighthood or a castle by the sea. Then we reached the poultry section, and I lost her in the queue. Well, with all her plumes and feathers, 'twas a foolish thing to do. I took an hour to find her, but I wish I never had. This was when the situation went from promising to bad. She was leaning across his table on a Get Rhode Island Red, and one of either judges slapped a ticket on her head. "How dare you, sir?" she shouted. "And what on earth was that?" "You just won second prize," I said, "for the feathers on your hat." If I hadn't started laughing, then it might have been all right, but she turned on me with words I thought was rather impolite. And Willie John, the poultry judge, come over with a grin. When I saw the mischief in his eyes, there was no way I would win. He looked at Blanche and back at me, then shook his head and cursed. If I knew that bird could talk, he'd said, she would have had a first. Have a nice weekend.